Good morning, Eastern Standard Time. If you're watching this, you are checking in. Just got off work. Well, I got off work yesterday. Well, day before yesterday, because it's a new day. It's like 12:30 a.m. right now. After doing basically a 24-hour shift, I had 4 hours off in between, but of course it takes me 20-ish minutes to get home, and then I tried to get like 2 hours sleep, and that didn't work. So I've been up quite a while, and then I got a little bit of sleep. Uh, you know, and then I went and hung out with a girl, and that went cool because I met her best friend, and he's freaking rad. And then I was driving home at like 4 in the morning, and I get a call. You mind coming in for a few hours because we need somebody? And dumbass me, I'm like, yeah, why the fuck not? So I go in there, I get in there about 5 a.m. and I leave about 8 a.m. and I go home and I get like an hour or two sleep, and then I go back in at 12 in the afternoon, and I just got off again at 12 in the morning. It's just, what it is. It's a job, right? And I'm new, so I'm not gonna be like, no, F you, I don't know, that's just me. Anyway, I want to talk about insecurities. Get to the point. I found that when I care about somebody, I have insecurities. And a lot of people have insecurities all the time. But they only really seem to come out of me when I feel like something extreme is at stake. And some people are insecure all the time. Some people, I'm going to mess with the guys because I'm a guy. A lot of guys get, super jealous, and they try and, they want to monopolize that vagina, so they're, going through their old lady's phone, and they're trying to keep them at home, and they get suspicious when they go out with their friends on a girls' night. In my opinion, that's how you drive a woman away. I don't know. Some women, I guess, like that because they stick with those guys, but other insecurities get a bit more extreme to where a guy gets violent or abusive, whether it be mentally, physically, sexually, uh, drug addiction, stuff like that, and incorporate their woman in with that. That's not me. Okay? I'm not an insecure person. Alright? I mean, back when I was after what I was after, I was a cold dog cat. Alright? I had the confidence of a freaking lion among, female lions. I didn't give a shit. I was cool, and I wasn't like a douchebag where I would, say like the L word, not lesbian, the other L word, to get what I wanted. I was always honest. Look, this is all this is going to be. Is that cool with you? If not, then don't worry about it. I can bounce. Whatever. But I find as I'm talking to this girl, I'm having insecurities that I never really knew I had. I mean, I knew I had them, but not to this extreme. And it's bothering me. And I really like this girl, and I'm playing it cool because I know if I just dump everything that I feel like I'm feeling on her, then she's gonna be like, oh, this guy's a weirdo, or he's getting in too deep too quick, or whatever, and she would be right. Not the weirdo part, because I don't really think I'm a weirdo. I mean, in some aspects, but that's a different story. What I'm getting at is that I really like her, and I find that she's kind of doing the reverse role of how I used to be. But she says she likes me. So I don't really think it's about that. Otherwise, we'd be tangled up all the time. But I don't know what to do with myself. I'm not used to these feelings. I'm not used to being jealous. And I'm not worried. I'm not used to wanting to be possessive. Because I can't really be possessive over someone who's not really mine yet. And I understand that, and I can rationalize that. But I'm just insecure, and I'm afraid that it's going to come out and I'm going to lose her before I even have her. This bothers me. And I don't know what to do about it. It's a conundrum. It's a conundrum I can't work out with reason, because it's reason that's keeping me in the cool state I'm in on the outside, but on the inside I'm like, does she like me? Does she not like me? Is she talking to that guy because she likes him? I mean, she's freaking gorgeous, and people are always, hitting on her and whatnot. And she takes it, with a grain of salt. And I mean, not even that. She just enjoys fucking with people. She's a smart ass like I am, and that's awesome. But I'm just kind of, man, it's kind of tearing me up. I don't know what to do, and I hate that. I spent a lot of my life not knowing why I was depressed all the time, and not knowing why I hated myself. And not knowing these things is maddening. You want answers. It's not like you want answers to the purpose of life, or how a rainbow's made, or how's track on a Plymouth work. It's, feasible things you think you should know, but don't have the answers to. And I guess that's something I'm just going to have to work through. I'm going to have to actually dig out my, cognitive therapy book and go through one of the worksheets on there, I think, and that will help me, I guess, rationalize what I'm feeling and whether or not it's warranted. So that's what the cognitive thing is. It makes you actually analyze what you're feeling or the feelings you had in a certain situation, and, you know, figure out what your stuck points are. I'm getting way into this therapy, and I know you probably don't know nothing about it, but you should research it. All right, it's good stuff. It really helped me out. But I feel like a child. You know, to me, this makes as much sense as two bald men fighting over a comb. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I guess I haven't really had feelings like this in so long, if ever, that I don't know how to handle it. And being a Cancer, I can, I've got my soft inner juices and I've got my hard outer shell. And that's what everyone sees as the hard outer shell. But inside, it's all soft and squishy. And that's who I am. I'm just a soft, squishy guy that, walks around and commands respect with my presence. I'm not blowing smoke up my ass. I'm just saying that's it's how people see me. I was at my job for like 2 days, and everyone that walked in there immediately thought I was a supervisor just because of how I carried myself and how I interacted with them and stuff. I'm like the lowest man on the totem pole, and you think I know what the fuck I'm doing? No. But anyway, I got a lot to work out. I really like this girl. I don't want to screw it up. So I need to do some soul searching. I'm going to get back to basics on my therapy and use that to help me out in this situation. And hopefully I'll come to terms with things a little easier, and that make things easier on me for whether it does work out or whether it doesn't. And I hope it does, because she's freaking awesome. I don't really think I've felt this way about somebody before. Or if I have, not for a very, very, very long time. So yeah, that's that's what's going on with me. That's me checking in. Those are my insecurities. If you have insecurities, you know, I understand. But don't take it to the extremes. All right, understand that we're people, for one, and we are going to do what we're going to do no matter what you do with us. And also, you know, a person is with you because they saw the good in you. So keep that good going without all the bullshit. I guess that's the advice of a guy who's got his own issues, but there you go. But I hope you're all having a good morning wherever you are. Take care of yourselves, love one another, do an act of random kindness. Treat the person you love with respect and honor them. Because, you may not always have them. And if you're watching this, you're checking it.